What's up guys, IntelliTech Studios here, and we can see that the subject of this video is not the lovely Dyson on the right. It is this very bizarre, very creative looking box that I gotta give a good amount of credit to, because this box is pretty tall, in case you can't tell. And yeah, it's about the same size as the Dyson, but just a little bit shorter. If only there was a vacuum that would be almost the same size, perhaps, to fit in this box. But it is not this vacuum, in fact. This little black Bissell is one for sale. But this particular machine, very interesting packaging for sure. And we're just going to, I guess we just gotta have to tear this paper, unwrap this like a Christmas present. Very peculiar way of wrapping it. I'm not really sure what purpose the paper serves. I guess just so there's not rough edges on the box. So we're not wasting any time. We're just going straight into it. Seeing what is inside. Feels like Christmas. An early Christmas present. Okay. And this, I don't know if you can tell, but turn it to the side. You can see how angled this box is. It's very bizarre. I don't have a box cutter anywhere, but we do have a knife. Not how I anticipated that going, but oh well. As long as this arrives in one piece, I don't really care how they shipped it. So it's kind of taped in on all sides. Wait, that's not even taped. It's just this front portion. Very strange indeed. Actually unsure as to, that is one piece. Very strange. Okay. Still attached over here. Can I get the top off? Hopefully seeing me struggle with this box is worth the entertainment value. Don't even know if I'm going to be able to reuse this box. It's kind of strange. I guess it'd be handy for a machine that doesn't come apart, which this machine certainly does. So I'm not sure why they went this route, unless it is a kind of old vacuum, so perhaps they just forgot how to take it apart and didn't think to search for any way of doing so. Ironically, if they had watched one of my videos, one or two of my videos, they would have known how to take this apart. This is hilarious. Okay, am I getting one? Am I just gonna have to cut this box, or? This is obviously a separate box. Oh, I see. Right here. No? This is... Okay. Okay, we kind of have one side off. Oh my. This is pretty wild. Okay, this is up here. Here we go. Now we're making some progress. We'll just pull this down and move this knife out of the way. Oh, that does the trick. Look at that little hole right there. Just stick this bag on. Apparently they shop at Lowe's. I believe this came from Pennsylvania? Oh. Here is a dusting brush that fell off. I'm very happy this has a dusting brush, and it's the only attachment that I cannot find, and of course now is spoiled. This is the machine I got. And here's a dusting brush. I've not been able to find the correct dusting brush for this vacuum, ever. The actual correct one. And I gotta say, now that I'm feeling this, I understand why. This brush is horrible, but I'm still happy to have it. Because it's the only attachment this machine has, and yet it's the one I need, because I have all the other attachments for it. As well as a new set of filters, and it appears that is all. Ooh, there's some dirt right there. I'll just throw that right there. Okay, so this is not going to look very photogenic, but that's okay. So this is the machine. Ooh, this handle's a bit loose. Take a look at this cable. First and foremost, cable appears to be in good shape. No splits, no nicks. Cord hook works good. That was one thing that kind of worried me in the picture. The cord hook was bent down. It looked like it was broken. Hose looks good. Looks fine. Okay. Put that back on. So, this is the model number 3575-8. Serial number 04006. So on the 6th day of 2004. This is very early. Some tape on there. Very early 2004 machine. Patches, what are you doing? Patches, what are you doing? What are you chewing on? Alright. Oh, and the top portion is not attached. Alright, this is a bit dusty. Okay, well that happened. Oh, but the inside of this is actually kind of clean. Okay, this filter's still in here. And the side filter is gone. Okay. That's a little bit loose. It's on the bare floor setting. Ooh. That brush roll is rough. What does that look like? Can I even see this? Yeah. That's about what I expect. What is this? Oh, that's broken. Okay, the height adjustment wheels. Patches, quit messing with the box. Okay, so this height adjustment mechanism just broke. But that's not too bad because I believe, I don't think I have a spare of these necessarily, but I can get those pretty easily. They still make those to my knowledge. So if there's anything that's going to be broken on this, I'm glad it was that, because that I can easily replace. We're going to move this Dyson out of the way. But we can see this is not installed correctly, and the filter is missing, which I was told it was missing. But that's okay. Quit eating the box, pickle. Anyways, this looks really clean. So it looks like they washed this part out. It's a little bit yellowed, but it looks okay. And we can see right there, I don't know if you can see that, it says CleanView Bagless Special Edition. So this is not the CleanView 2 Special Edition, which you may have heard of if you're a Bissell person, a Bissell collector, but this is the original CleanView Special Edition, which I didn't know was a thing until I saw this. And, yeah. Yeah, just come over here. Of course, a box like this is a pain when you have cats. Anyways, so this box is probably just gonna go in the trash, or that's not gonna be able to be reused. But I'm not fussed. I have a few boxes anyways. And this thing arrived in one piece, and I guess I didn't even have to take it apart. So, am I complaining? Not exactly. Or I should say, well, I definitely didn't have to take it apart. I don't have to put it back together. It just pulled it right out. And although then again, with the amount of time I had to fiddle with the box, it probably would have taken about the same amount of time as if I had to just put it together. But still, I'm not complaining. I appreciated the creativity on behalf of the seller. But now, I'm not going to actually run this on the carpet. First off, this brush roll is bad. Like, listen to those bearings. That's bad. If I run this, it's probably going to try to burn through a belt, which I'm not fussed. I'm going to replace the belts. And the brush roll in this too. The brush roll is pretty bad. But I don't know if I have a spare of the normal size Bissell brush rolls, but I can get those pretty easily. So what I am going to do is I'm going to look for my Phillips head screwdriver so I can pull these screws out and install this in here properly while my cat smells the vacuum. I really hope they don't have a cat because Patches has not been fixed yet, so if he sprays on this, I'm going to be a bit upset. Sir, what are you doing? Why are you sniffing my vacuum cleaner? I don't know if you guys can even see this. I probably should have checked to see if this is even in the frame. Oh my god, it's literally hasn't been focused this entire time. Okay, well that's fantastic. Thank you, camera, for... Oh, I need a new camera. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead. I don't know if you can see that. There's the brush roll. There's the CleanView Bag Special Edition. And everything else is in really good condition on this. Like, these bins are in really good shape. This entire middle section is super clean. I'm actually pretty happy with this so far. I haven't ran it yet. Now, this bottom height adjustment piece is broken, but that's not a big deal because these I can replace. It's the actual base that I'd be worried about. The base appears to be fine. Now, how is that pedal release? Oh, that's still good. Perfect. Because those break on these all the time. Handle's not on all the way, as per usual. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to tighten all these screws and put them on properly. And I'm not going to run this and pick up any dirt with it because I need to put in a upper tank filter and a post motor filter, and probably I'll just replace the pre-motor filter as well. But since there is at least a pre-motor filter, I can at least run it. I can see there's a little bit of dust in the hose and stuff like that, so even if that gets on this filter, no big deal. I'm going to wipe all this off anyways. I don't think I'm going to have to pull this thing apart. This actually looks like a lot of this is just dust from the packaging specifically, to make sure I complete that thought. It'll be interesting to see if the headlight still works. If it doesn't, that's not a big deal. I can find that. Hose doesn't have any splits in it. I got the person originally listed this, I think, for like 35 bucks. I got it for 20 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. This vacuum is very notable and very special to me, not just because it's a special edition, but also because this is the first vacuum I've ever ordered on Facebook Marketplace that actually shipped. This is the first vacuum I've ever actually purchased on Facebook Marketplace that actually delivered. I've ordered about 8 vacuums on Facebook Marketplace, and every single one of them did not deliver. They were lost in transit. The sellers just refused to ship it. They listed the item for shipping. They set up all their credentials and everything to accept shipping offers and shipping purchases, but they would never ship the product. Half the time I would buy it and they'd be like, sorry, I won't ship it. And they wouldn't even say sorry, they'd just be like, I don't ship. And it's like, yeah, so that's a bit frustrating. But thankfully this one actually did ship. And all the other ones that I missed out on were just like Sebos and Dyson, so not like they're good machines or anything. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to find my screwdriver, my Phillips head screwdriver. In fact, I might even try to find it while I'm still talking, and guess what? I found it. Because these two little screws right here, this is in really good condition too. So we're just going to undo these 2 screws right here, which, because these screws are supposed to go through the upper tank assembly, just like that. This is not eccentric, it goes in, oh wait, no, yes it is eccentric. There's a little notch right here on the left side, And you can see where it lines up right there. So it only goes in one way, but it's very subtle. You could be mistaken if you missed it at first. That pushes in right there. I don't know if you can see that. And then, of course, put the 2 screws back in. It doesn't look like anything else is missing. Oh, wait a minute. Something is missing. Oh, I just noticed. There's supposed to be a little tube here that goes from the upper tank into this intake right here. And that is currently missing. So, yeah. That's not great. So I'm actually not going to finish putting this together. Actually, I'll still put these screws in a little bit just so I don't lose them, but I'm not going to put the upper tank or the bin on the machine. I'm just going to run it as is. Here, I'm just going to put these screws in so they don't get lost, but this isn't even going to hold in here. So I'm just going to set these aside, and I'm just going to, because at this point, given how good condition everything else is, I'm just concerned with how the motor sounds, because these CleanViews are very known for having bad motors in them. And that's the biggest problem with them. The only reason I even wanted one is because this not this exact model, but the CleanView platform in general is the first vacuum I ever worked on back in 2005. So it has some sentimental value to me. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think this is the original dusting brush. Now that I think about it, this doesn't seem like... It seems like it doesn't really fit in there properly. I mean, it fits, but it's not like there's like a gap there. I don't know. Whatever. So I'm going to take this hose off. I want to make sure that there's no dust that can get sucked into the motor intake, because I don't want that. We're just going to see how well the motor runs, because at this point that's what I'm concerned with, is if the motor runs and sounds good. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Okay, so we're going to plug this in real quick. It's in the off position, at least that's what it says. Unplug my Dyson, plug this in. Okay, and I really hope this sounds good. Oh, shit. Oh, that spat out some dust. Oh, it made a weird sound at first, but then it started to sound normal. I'm wondering if that's the brush roll and not the motor. Ooh. I hope that burning smell is also just the bearings on the brush roll and not the bearings on the motor. If it's the brush roll, I'm fine. If it's the motor, oh God, I can really smell it now. Ooh, ooh, that's toasty. So yeah. Oh God, that smells really bad. That's probably the belt burning. Ooh. Yeah, you can smell it, can't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so not gonna run this anymore. We're gonna unplug this. Good thing I'm a vacuum collector, because I'll be honest, if I was a normal person who had bought this, I probably would have been pissed. Because who cares how nice the vacuum looks if it's missing pieces and it smells like it's burning the second you turn it on. So thank goodness that this guy sold it to a vacuum collector and I can deal with this stuff. Now I'm going to look through the box and see if I can find that pipe that's in there. But, was there a piece of wood in there?
Yeah, it's got bunnies and ABCs on it.
Oh, that's weird. Let me see that. Okay, so there's like this weird piece of wood that was in the box. I'm assuming this was to stabilize it to keep it from getting crushed, which is actually kind of smart. So clearly whoever packaged this knows their ABCs as a result of this piece of wood. And I think that's good. So yeah, the height adjustment mechanism just broke. But after I do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video now. I'll do more videos on this as time goes on, but for now, I'm gonna try to locate that upper tank piece, the pipe that goes from the upper tank into the motor intake, you know, right up here. And I'm gonna put a new brush roll in it. I don't think, did the headlight work? No, I don't think the headlight worked. I don't remember it working. Obviously, you can see on the video if it worked or not. Obviously, the headlight lens needs cleaned out. It's a bit foggy, but the motor probably needs cleaned out. I probably will just go ahead and take this down to the motor. But the motor sounds fine, honestly. It's not nearly as bad as it could have sounded. There's a lot of these that sound really horrible. So this one, honestly, is one of the better motors that I've heard, which is really sad given the fact this motor still does not sound like it's in great condition. Of course, I have the hiccups and I'm in the middle of filming. Jesus. But, and of course, there is an oven going in the background. Please excuse me. Breakfast pizza. Obviously, that makes the sounds worth it. So, but other than that, so basically a rundown of the machine. It works. So far, it needs a new upper tank piece. It needs new filters, a new set of filters. It needs a belt and a brush roll. And it needs a set of height adjustment wheels. And so yeah, it needs all those things. And of course, it needs an extension wand, a crevice tool, but I have those, so I'm not going to count that. I have quite a few spares of those, so that I'm not fussed about that. But everything else is in good shape. The base is in good shape. The plastic body's in good shape. The cord is in really good shape. As soon as I say that, nope, that's just dust. Never mind. Handle needs tightening. That's no big deal. I love the color on this. I gotta say, now that I've actually seen this in person, I do love the metallic red color on this. So, like the super bright, shiny metallic red. It might not show up well on camera, but I love that. So, for the $20 I spent for it, it's a fun little project. And considering the fact that this is the vacuum that started my whole vacuum collecting and repair career, I think it is nice to have one of these in my possession again. And have it being a special edition certainly is the cherry on top. No pun intended, given the fact that it's a beautiful cherry red color. But yeah, so hopefully the viewers of this who are not a fan of Bissell's hopefully aren't smashing their phone screens on the concrete right now in protest. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And hopefully the Bissell fans also got something they haven't seen in a while. So this is my newest acquisition, the CleanView Bagless Special Edition. And like I said, I gotta find a couple parts for it, but it does quote-unquote work. So that's fun. Anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out with a quick unboxing of the Bissell CleanView Bagless Special Edition model, whatever this thing said. 3575-8? Is that an 8 or a 6? I can't tell. It looks like an 8, but it's kind of fat. And this is from the 6th day of 2004, so January 6, 2004. So that puts this at, how old is that? Almost, let's see, so it's going to be 2022 pretty soon. Which means
It's almost 18 years old.
It's almost 18 years old. So this thing is almost old enough to buy a house, go to war and die, but not quite old enough to drink a beer. So that's a fun fact. So anyways, this is, well, at least in America. So this is Intelitech Studios signing out with my unboxing and acquisition of the Bissell CleanView Bagless Special Edition. I know it doesn't look the prettiest now, but I can promise you I will do follow-up videos on this machine as I fix the various parts with it. Right now, the thing I'm most concerned about is this upper tank piece, because if I can't find that, then I can't really use it, can I? At that point, it's just a showpiece. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I plan on using this that often anyways, because the filtration on these is absolutely abhorrent. And if I want to use a Bissell in this style, I'll use my Sanitaire SO4110A or possibly the Power Force bag that I got from HA. So, that's pretty much that. I always end up doing my outro like 5 times at the end of the video because I keep trying to like end the video and then I start rambling about something else briefly. So, I'm just going to cut it off right here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you all have a good one. Peace. Oh, and also we can look at this little clump of dirt right there that we just pulled out of this thing. Ew, that's gross. So I guess we'll cap off this video by plugging my Dyson, and sucking up this little tiny piece of hair right there. After you move the new Bissell away. And of course, cleaning up that, whoa, it looks like it missed a little string or something. And of course, the cleaning up of that little fuzzball was provided by the Dyson DC-41 Animal Complete.